All right, this is my update video for the month of September, and I got a lot to get to, so I'll get started. First thing I want to talk about, like I do in all my videos, is shaving bats. And the question that I see out there and the question I'm getting from a lot of people is why? Why do these people shave their bats? And I'm going to give you guys my opinion on this. And I've talked to a few other guys out there about this same situation, and I try to explain to it. And I've known this for years. For one, I think a lot of them have little man syndrome, but it's a combination of things. You know, there's a lot of people out that have little man syndrome and don't do what they do, but that's kind of like a big step of why these people, they have the desire to hit the 350, 400 foot home run, or hit it far, where people look at them a little differently. And I don't give a shit what you say. People do look at you differently if you hit a ball 400 feet. They do. That's just, everybody knows this. So they have that desire to have people, look at them as a, like, oh my God, that guy can hit the ball that far. Let me explain to you what I think, what goes along with that. It's kind of like a perfect storm. There's a few other things that go into. One of them is sociopath. And the reason I said the sociopath don't give a shit about anybody. Don't give a shit what people think about them. They don't give a shit about any other person. And to do this, shave bats, because if you hit a ball and accidentally hit it up the middle, and you're doing it with a shaved bat, it's gonna hurt somebody. And these people that do this, they have no empathy. They don't give a shit. Narcissism. I think the majority of people that shave bats are narcissists. Because if you do any research on narcissists, you'll understand they don't give a shit about it. They only care about themselves. They don't care about other people. Narcissists have a low self-esteem that they want people to admire them. So these people that shave these bats, sociopath, narcissism, I think a ton of them, they have that little man syndrome along with some narcissistic personality. And because it's all about them, they don't give a shit what you think. They don't give a shit about getting caught. I guarantee you can have a 5-year ban, lifetime ban. They're still gonna do it. They might chip a lot of them off that aren't full-blown, the grandioso narcissist. That kind of person, the top of the line, the grandioso, that don't give a shit about you. They might play like they do, but I think a lot of these people, women and men, have that narcissistic personality where they just don't give a shit. Because if you give a shit about people, you wouldn't do this. Afraid of hurting somebody. They have I think they have a low self-esteem, which a lot of narcissistic people do. That's just and I told you guys every time I'm going to talk about things that I've heard, what people have talked to me about, and then I'm going to come up with my own conclusion on why people do this. I just think that they have that grandioso look at me kind of shit, and that's a narcissist that has that. And they're not going to change. That's the deal, that's the deal about it, is they're not going to change, because you can't change a narcissist. I don't give a shit what you say. You cannot change a narcissist. He's going to keep doing it, cheating, or she's going to keep doing it, cheating, just to let everybody look at him and go, oh my God, he just hits the ball so far. I can go on for days about that and kind of talk about that. And I'm not calling anybody out. That's just my opinion on why I think a lot of women and men shave their bats. They have a low self-esteem. They got a narcissistic personality, sociopath. Don't give a shit about anybody. Don't give a shit about what you say. So let me talk about a few things. The Blake 584. I'm gonna answer a question here because a lot of guys are butthurt, and understandably, about Onyx. The Blake 584 on the 1-piece and the 2-piece is not an Enough Said, and it's not a Johnny Blaze. Billy built those bats. Those bats are hot. 2-piece hotter than the 1-piece. We know that because we have them. They didn't do a second run on the Blake 584. You guys remember, they have markings on them on 1 through 584. Depending on which one you got, that's the same run. They're not on their 3rd or 4th run on those bats. Look at the numbers on the Blake bats. They're only gonna make 584 of them. We're swinging them. If something went wrong with those, Billy would let you know. Billy would let me know. There's not a problem with the Blake 584s. The only problem was with the Enough Said, the Bloodline was another one too, and the Johnny Blaze. There is things that Onyx has coming out that a prototype bat that's really, really hot. And that's just something to look for in the future. I hope I get my hands on one after Vegas. But the reason I know this is because we're hitting them. We're hitting a prototype. We only have 2 of them. Billy has one, and I sent one to Florida with Steve. Webb has one, and that's it. So Carlos sent them to us about a month and a half ago, wanted to know what we thought of them, and they've got numbers on them. And we sent them back like, oh my, this is a good bat. What I am gonna do going forward on everybody is be more cautious on runs. Maybe pick up a second or third batch and then swing those behind the scenes. Not put it out there, but just swing them behind the scenes. And if I see any red flags come up, I'll let you guys know. Vegas, I will be there. I leave next week going to Vegas. I've got a whole list of stuff I want to talk about. I will be in Vegas next week. I am not playing with anybody. I'm going to go up there and do some video, maybe do a couple of podcasts, try to get hold of Larry Carter. He will be up there at the same time. Kind of talk to him a little bit about his bat, and I'll get into that later on at the end of the video about his bat. Maybe grab a few other people. Kirby Murphy, I want to get a hold of him, maybe do a podcast with him, kind of talk. A group of guys come over to the hotel and maybe get a podcast going. We just talk about softball, basically. I want to do that when I'm up there because I won't be playing. Maybe go out and hit a little bit. I want to do that because I'm going to take my stuff with me, my bats with me. Maybe go out there, do some videotaping of hitting with some of the guys. I'm going to watch a ton of games, do a lot of videoing on games, not necessarily, you know, the big boys. I want to go around and visit some of the AAA guys because I like doing that. I'm not too much into the major plus. I like watching AA and AAA. I really do. I think it's entertaining as shit. I'll be there for 7 days, guys. I get there next Wednesday morning. I'm trying to make it to the manager's meeting if they have one. And then maybe take some BP with somebody out there. Get a few guys together and take some BP. We have family coming in on Sunday. By that time, everybody's going to be unwinding and basically go to a couple of shows Monday and Tuesday and come back again on Wednesday. But I'll let you guys know. I want to talk about something, and I'm not going to get too far into it because if I start talking about this, it's going to go a long way. About, say 4 months ago, there was what everybody was talking about, a ball shortage. And I was kind of thinking about shit, and I'm going, a ball shortage? You know, that I've never heard, you know, because usually what they do is they order balls at the beginning of the year. That way they get a price discount on how many dozens of balls or cases of balls that they order. Common sense, if you own a company like SSUSA, SPA, you would order all your shit at the beginning of the year and then send them out to the tournaments because you make better money, you know, because you're ordering so many of them from all these ball manufacturers. All of a sudden we started hitting these shitty balls. Everybody started crying, or people started crying about the balls, and me including was crying about the balls. Then all of a sudden all these people come to their defense and start saying there's a ball shortage. Leave them alone, there's a ball shortage. There's not a ball shortage. It's something else. It's not a ball shortage. So just to let you guys know, why do you think, and I'm not gonna tell you what's going on, I'm gonna have you guys figure it out. Because I want you guys to think for yourself. This ain't fucking CNN, this ain't MSNBC. I'm not gonna tell you what I think. I'm just saying look in another direction. It's not a ball shortage. And I'm just gonna give you a hint here. Just gonna give you a hint. That way you can look at other directions. I'm not gonna tell you where to look. Why are we hitting shitty balls? If there's a ball shortage, why are we hitting lower compression balls? Why are we hitting duds like socks? Everywhere you look, we're not hitting thunder advances. Because you could throw those in there because I haven't seen those at a tournament. I hit those and hitting BP. It's not the greatest ball out there, but it's the top 4 ball. It's damn near not in the low in the totem pole as those gold dots. So, and I heard about the new ball that they're hitting up in Vegas too. Guys, I hit that ball about 5-6 years ago. I'm not saying this is the same ball. The Biden Fire, that's the ball they're hitting in Vegas. I hit that ball about 5 years ago. That ball sucked so bad Me and Bobby Gilbert went around at the end of the tournament in Dalton, Georgia, and we picked up, I guarantee you, 200 balls that weekend because people were hitting them and not going to get them because it was hot there, and once you hit them a few times, they're total trash. So nobody was going and picking up their balls. I had to go to Academy when I was up there and get duffel bags just to bring all the balls back, and I wind up giving them to somebody. Some seniors down in San Antonio. But here's the deal. I don't know if that's the same ball, that Biden ball that we hit 5 years ago. I would hope that they would have give it a workover, do a little upgrade on it. I don't know yet. And then I have somebody, a couple of guys, I'm not gonna call their name out, but a couple of guys are supposed to be hitting those balls before Vegas and let me know how they're performing. And I hear a lot of you guys go, well, you're in Vegas, you can hit a damn newspaper. No, you can't. You can't hit a newspaper out of Vegas. And the deal about that is, I think a lot of you guys, your biggest complaint is, and I get people messaging me, you know, oh shit, oh my God, now you can't hit home runs no more. You got to actually base hit. And that, I agree with that. It's just going to take a lot. You don't have power anymore. So if you don't have that, when you're out working, like you say, you're working like I say that I'm working, and if you don't just sit there and bomb, and you actually work at your game, Johnny Bailey, hit oppo, hit up the middle. You think Johnny Bailey gives a shit about what balls at a tournament? No, because he fucking works at his game. He hits the ball up the middle. So let's say they throw a gold dot in Vegas. You think he's gonna give a shit? No, he'll punch the ball up the middle every time. He'll hit 5-6-0, he'll gap. Not worried about power because he works at his game. My advice, so this doesn't happen to you guys in the future, maybe in the off season, y'all can start working on other shit, because every video I've seen on fucking YouTube is you guys trying to hit the ball 400 fucking feet. So you get mad whenever they fucking throw a shit ball in it. You shouldn't worry about the shit ball. That gold dot that I swung, and the video's up, guys, that gold dot that I was bitching about, I hit 800 that weekend. And I bet I didn't hit a ball over 250 feet because I slapped the ball at the middle, hit 5-6-0. I didn't go oppo, I don't know how to go oppo. And then I hit gap, line drive gaps, because when I say I'm working at my play, I'm working at my game, just in case that shit goes on. Now I can't hit with power no more, so now, because I got a shitty ball, now I gotta go slap. And I agree with the guys that are saying, well, now you gotta work, and the guys are right, man. You guys that, you know, like hitting them good balls, I mean, you like hitting the ball far, but just something you can add during the off season is try hitting opposite glove hand side, not at the pitcher, but opposite glove hand side of the pitcher. Try hitting 5-6, so down the line, up and down the line. Add some more weapons when you go out and hit. Get over to Johnny Bailey, ask him shit. He's good at doing that shit, hitting the ball down. A lot of you guys, and I've seen this, and I don't want you to, because I get a lot of flack from people. And the reason that we have gotten this far is because, for one, we don't lie. We're not in anybody's pocket. We tell the truth, even though you may not like it. You know, I'm probably the worst. I'm the most hated guy from all these bat companies, but we have swung, and I thought about this the other day. We're 13 years into this, 13 and a half years into this, and we have swung damn near every bat out there. I more than Billy. I more than Bubba, because I started this 13 years ago. They came along around 9 years ago. And we create a feel for bats. That's how come we're good at doing this. We create, and we remember. You can't do this unless you remember the shit that you swung 13 years ago. We remember all the bats we swung a long time ago. And I don't think anybody out there, I'm not saying good as me, you know, I'm this person, but I don't think that anybody's out there hit as many different bats that we have throughout the years. I'm not saying I've hit more balls than you. I'm just saying I've hit more bats than you. So that's how come we do this, and we're pretty good at doing it, because it takes a little longer, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute when I talk about this bat. How, you know, doing the Mikens and the gamers, that took me a day. Working on the Demarinis, it's going to take a couple of weeks, man, a couple of 3 weeks after Vegas, that review. And I'll talk about those in a minute. But we've hit a lot of balls and a lot of bats, basically. And I know one day I'm going to have to let it go, man, because my body's going to break down. All these guys to get out there and hit, you know, there's going to be a day where you just wore out. Your bones are wore, your joints are wore out, everything's wore out. And I know, hopefully not soon, but one day that's going to happen to me. A lot of you guys, I got a video coming out about the spinners. I remember when I bought these balls last December, and I think I bought 3 cases of spinners. I will say this, there's a video coming out about the spinners when I talk about them, and we're actually hitting them. And a lot of you guys were going, oh yeah, you know, those balls ain't gonna last a year. They're gonna start cracking on you. I have not washed, cleaned off any of my spinners. And in the video, you're gonna see it. Our spinners are holding up. We got them in December, so we're into it 8 months, nine months now. And I told you guys I'd put a video out in this next December, but I'd probably get too cold to do that. So I'm gonna give you guys an update video on what I think about the spinners we're hitting now. So stay tuned to that. And they do perform just like a 44, 375 compression ball. We have not cracked the bat hitting spinners. We have cracked bats, but we have not cracked the bat hitting spinners. There is I think I talked about this a minute ago with the balls in Vegas. A lot of, you know, we hit those balls 5 years ago, and I want to kind of, if I didn't finish that little conversation, we hit those balls 5 years ago, they were duds, but I've been told that they're a little bit better. Somebody went in and revamped them or redid them, and they're supposed to be better. Now, here's the deal, man, too. I don't think you're going to get, from this day forward, this is just me, and about the ball issue, and I told you guys, look in the direction. I don't think I think the day of the rock is gone. That's just me. I'm just throwing it out there. I think oh hell, I can't even say that. I just want you guys to do research. It's not a supply and demand issue. It's actually a ball issue on what balls are out there. Why are we getting shitty balls at tournaments right now? You don't think they can come up with a better ball than the Biden Fire or the, what was it, Gold Dot? And the problem that bothers me is the Lion, I should be saying that, the Lion tournament directors that bullshit you when you ask questions. I mean, that chaps my ass when people start doing that. When I talk, this is another thing too, man. A lot of guys get out there and get butthurt because they think that everything I said is 100% true. Etched in stone. Senior softball bat review said this. And I had a conversation with somebody the other day. What I talk about is my experiences or Billy's experience, Bubba's experience, Trey, whatever. We are just giving you guys our opinion. That's all it is. Our opinion on what we like. So we rank a bat on the way that, the way it flexes. I mean, all that's tied into it. But you guys tend to think that all of our shit is set in stone, and a lot of guys out there get butt hurt because absolutes. A lot of you guys just deal with, well, I'm saying, okay, let me give you a prime example. I'm saying 80% of the seniors out there are gonna like what I say. 20% are gonna think I'm an idiot because I'm up here, I'm the voice. So I'm up here, you don't hear Billy or Bubba talking about this or Trey talking about this. I'm the voice. So when you guys hear what I have to say, you kind of, well, I like this bat and this bat's better. Okay, that's just my opinion. I understand. What I would like for you to do is do a video about your bat and put it out there on YouTube. Don't tell me shit on Facebook, and don't tell me shit in the message board, or call me out on one of my videos. Put your video out there. Let me see. Because I put my video out there and you can see the way I'm swinging it, the way it's performing, where the ball's landing. So don't talk. Open your own YouTube channel. Start posting your videos. Have a camera that can see where the ball lands. Because you can't fake that shit. You can fake the shit with the camera going this way, or what is it? I got it here. Going this way and looking at it, where you have that little, you can't see, you always see the pitches. You don't see the pitches, you just see the guy hitting, and they don't trail it because they got an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 5. Look where the ball lands. Have them zoom in where the ball lands. Don't talk shit on the comment section on YouTube, because I ain't gonna believe you. It goes in one ear and out the other with me. But we're doing like percentages. The percentages of the people that I think would enjoy this bat. That's it. I want to talk about bats now. I'm going to give you guys some bats that we're working on. I've gotten probably, out of all the bats, the Mikens that I have coming that are here, the Demarinis that I have that are here, and the Protons that I have that are coming. Proton is the most asked about because, again, this year it's being hyped up as the best thing out there ever. I got a phone call. Today is the 5th. Exactly a month ago, I got a phone call from Charles Darling. He was talking to me about the Proton. They've cleared up all the problems, took care of all the breaking issues, took care of all the people that actually called in and asked them about their bats that had cracked. I don't think he took care of all the people. Well, as a matter of fact, I know for a fact he didn't take care of all the people. At least he took care of the majority of people out there that cracked their bats and got them new bats. Or gave them their money back, whatever. Or gift card for another bat later on down the road. A month ago, on the 5th, he called me. And I haven't heard from him since. I actually gave him a bat order over the phone. I talked to him. And I gave him the bats that I wanted. I gave him the sizes that I wanted. What kind of end load, what kind of handle weight, because I like doing that. So, and he asked me. I heard from him one time and I didn't answer the phone. He left a message and I didn't call him back because he wanted to talk. 3 weeks later, he calls me, which was last week. And he says, Dave, can you give me a call? I want to talk to you. No, I'm not talking. Just send me the bats. You got what I want, Charles. Just send me the bats. I'm already swinging these other ones. They're the ones that got me the bats. Mike Dill, Jerry Garnett, like that, got me bats to swing. And the reason I didn't answer the phone, because I'm too busy. You're going to send me bats and send me bats. Other than that, I'll buy them later on. But these are priority for me now. So if you send them to me now, I'm not swinging them till another month. A lot of you guys ask me about Proton. I'm just telling you, I haven't got the bats. Shit, I got guys that won't come hit with me unless I get a Proton because they're hyped up so much. Dallas guys, you got the Protons yet? No? Okay, then I'll come back. I'll come down when you got them. Okay, not a problem. So I've got to wait on the Proton bats, and after he sees this, I'll probably get a phone call, and I'm not answering, because I got way too much shit to do. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, send me the shit, man. I don't want to talk to you. Just send me the shit. If you guys know, I don't like answering the phone anyway. A lot of you guys out there call me and I don't answer the phone because I've got shit to do. And then when I do answer, I said, okay, dude, you got like 2 minutes. Tell me what you want, and then they'll tell me what I'm going to tell them what I think and, what bat to get, what's their bat speed and all the other stuff. And I'll tell them and then that's it. I'm done. A lot of guys call and I just can't pick up the phone and talk for 10 minutes. Miken, Johnny Bailey. We just did a review on that. That bat's hot. If you guys haven't seen the video, I'll put it at the end of this video and you guys can take a look at it. Miken Big Cat. That JB, I don't have that Johnny Bailey bat because one thing when guys come and hit with me, they claim the bat before we're done with the review. And if I'm not doing anything with it and I'm not going to put it on eBay, I'll give them the bat and they can take it. Gary Kabinka actually called dibs on that bat, and he's got it after we did the review. The next bat we're working on, so I don't have it to show to you. The next bat we're working on is the Big Cat, and this is it right here. This is a 26. It's got a 16 5-in load, and it's got an 8-2 handle weight. Now, Miken, I'm talking to you, Miken. You've never loaded your hands in the low 8s. That's a good thing, Miken. So what you did with this bat on a 26 ounce, you just didn't put big mass on the end. You took the handle weight out. For a lot of you older seniors, that's gonna be badass because you guys remember the Mach 1? You guys remember that bat? 26 ounce came out, that's it. You guys couldn't handle that bat. You couldn't handle 27 because they had that 17-2 end load and they had like a 9-2 on the hands. So what Miken did was they took weight out of the hands on the Big Cat, made it swing like a little bitty sledge, the bat. This bat is hot, guys. It takes it's got the Gamer series on it. It takes about 100 swings, and then it starts when it gets that seam in it, which we haven't yet. So when it gets that seam in it, We're going to see what kind of performance it's going to get on it. But this bat looks really good coming out of the box. And I like the way Mike, and I ordered a 27. This is too light for us. You can tell by the guy swinging it. So I ordered a 27. The only one they had, and I got it from Mike Masinko. He's sending it to me. It's actually being shipped already a couple of days ago. Today's a holiday, so I'm sure it's not going to be out there today. Guys, look at the review that we do on this bat. I like the way this bat performs. Cannot wait to get to 27. So in my mind, I'm going, okay, that's going to be a 17.2, 17.1 end load with a 8.8, 8.9 on the hands. Holy shit. That's going to be a bat to watch out for when we do the review. Mike Dill right here. And if you guys look at the numbers, this is a 28 ounce, 27.5. It's got a 16.7 on the end and a 10.8 on the hands. This is a true balanced bat. It's his bat. It's a Mike Dill, and it's a balanced bat. Watch the video, the teaser videos, because here's the deal with the Mikens. I'm doing teaser videos on them coming out and let you guys see the performance we're getting on them, because a lot of my guys are swinging them because the way they perform, and they just want to see what kind of distance these guys are getting on them when they're swinging them. And then when they see it, here's the problem with my guys. They'll see one guy hitting the bat, and I've got to kind of keep them in line. And all of a sudden, the guy's getting great performance. So what do? They try to walk in there right after him and swing the bat. I don't let them do that because I don't want too many swings on a bat at a time. You know, when I sit with that video at about 15, putting 15 or 20 out there, and then put it and let it rest for about 20, 25 minutes. Now Demarini's. The first bat we picked up, and you'll see the video, is the Paul Sadler. This is it right here. Guys, when we first took about 50 swings with this bat, we wanted to chunk it. And it sounded bad. I don't know what they've done. You'd have to talk to a lot of the Demarini guys, but Paul Sadler has a composite handle. It swings different than the other two, the Larry Carter and the Denny. It swings different. It gets there a lot faster. And we just created a seam. And I was told, once you create that seam, and this bat, it's right there, and once you create that seam, watch out. Watch the video on these. I'm not going to give you guys, you know, any updates on it right now, but if you guys, that's a 28 ounce. It's got 27.9, 17.6, which is a big end load, and a 9.7. What he did, and you see the 9.7? Did you see the other bat, how they loaded their bat? You know, the different bat companies load it different. Both 28 ounces. So you got a 10.8 and a 9.7. So you got less handle weight in this bat, so it's going to swing more of an end load, or more of like a 0.25 on the end, basically, because that hand weight is up there pretty much. Believe it or not, this bat has the same dimensions, the same weight as the Creature, 27 ounce. 27 ounce had the high nines on the 27 ounce Creature. This bat should get better performance, right? We'll see. We'll see. Look at the video. Next bat we picked up, and you guys, I'm working on that video right now. After I do this review, after I do this video, I'm going to talk about this bat in a different video, and you'll see the teaser video on it next couple of days. When we first grabbed this bat, and you'll see the video, we first grabbed this bat, we were going to chunk it. As a matter of fact, Larry Carter texted me and said, what do you think about my bat? And you know those emojis, the round ones where it has the vomit coming out, the green vomit coming out? I sent that back to him. He got a little pissed because I sent it back to him because I was just telling him the truth. It's not doing anything. It sounded like shit. It sounded like shit. It wasn't doing anything for me. It swung great. Oh my God, the weight distribution, this is a 27. It's got a 17, look at these weights. I don't go by total weight that much, but I look at the end load. 17.1, and this is a 27, and it's got 9.2. That handle weight, freaking, you getting the low 9s, up 8s? I'm excited about swinging that bat. So we got about, you guys are going to get mad, but we got about 300 into this one. And just on Friday, because the last time we hit it, today is Monday, this thing opened up. It got the seam. And he actually texted me back, has it got the crack in it? And I'm like, what do you know about the crack? It's not a crack, it's a seam. It got the seam in it. And I go, not yet. And then it got the seam in it on Friday, and a totally different monster. This thing opened up, and you'll see the video, man. Watch one of the balls I hit with this thing, like the last swing I took. And we haven't hit it, we'll hit it tomorrow. Got a bunch of guys coming in, we're gonna swing this bat tomorrow. This bat, do not give up on it. It's gonna take a little bit to get there, but when it does, it's gonna make a shotgun sound and the ball's gonna fly. Do not give up on this bat when you get it and start swinging it, and don't throw it away. Don't just say, I'm not, put about 200 to 300 swings on it. We got a lot of swings on this bat. Durability's there. It's just gonna get a seam in it and it's fire. It's gonna open up for you. A lot of you guys, I was at a tournament last week and one of you guys were swinging it. I told them, don't swing that. How many swing guys on it? I got 50. Don't, take it out. You're gonna hate it. Don't judge it on that 100 swings, 150 swings, 200 swings. Wait till it changes sound, because you're gonna hear it, and wait till it gets that little crease in it, that little seam, and you're gonna see it. Denny. Now, I was told these bats are all built differently. They're not made out of the same thing. Denny, it's taking a little longer. I do like the way this bat swings. It's a 12 inch, it's 27 ounce, 26.8, okay? 17.4, 9.2 on the hands. It swings a little heavier, guys, so you might want to drop down, because that 17.4 right there is heavy for a lot of you guys. And this is the 27 ounce, so you might want to drop down an ounce to get your bat speed up there, because this does swing heavy. It hurts my back every day after I swing it. Give this thing some time. We're gonna swing this thing tomorrow mainly, because I've got some guys coming in. I want them to swing that bat right there to get it where I get the seam on it. Once I get the seam on it, then I'm gonna judge it. I'm not gonna prematurely judge these bats. The Mikens, yeah, but not the Demarinis, because it takes a little longer to get them there. What I got the other day, and basically the only thing I got this bat for was comparison, was this bat. The 13-inch OG right here, this thing's in like mint condition. Got it on a trade for a big cat, 26 ounce that we were hitting. This thing's probably got around 500, 400 swings on them. But basically what I got it for is a 26 ounce. So it's got a 25.4, it's got a 16.6 and a 9 handle weight. And basically what I got this bat for was comparison. To find out, are there any bats out there that are getting to those Dudley distances that they had? Longevity, I'm not trying to compare longevity against that bat. I'm just trying to compare distance against that bat. Suncoast. I'm gonna pick up some of their bats in Vegas. They're supposed to be, their debut is in Vegas. From what I hear, it's a 2-piece balanced 12-inch and a 2-piece in load that I'm gonna pick up from Patty Albright. That's my girl that I get all my Suncoast bats from. And if you guys, if you guys need somebody that you don't know anybody that's gonna sell you bats, go to my website, www.seniorsoftballbatreviews.com. I've got a page in there that has nothing but player reps, or just reps that guys can buy bats from. But the Suncoast, I'll pick up a couple of those when I'm at the tent or at the trailer up in Vegas. Have a great year. I'll see you guys in Vegas. My wife's trying to get me to go get some food. I'm gonna do that right now. Guys, have a great time. And I know this video's long, man, but we're getting close to the end of the year too. So I'll see you guys in Vegas. Thanks. Guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button, and I've got a couple more here for you to watch. And I've also got a subscribe button. So hit on it and then hit the bell. That way you get notifications whenever I put out another video. Thanks, guys.